All right, everybody, welcome to our 13th instructional video for Math 1. I'm going to go straight to the math, so everybody please get your packets ready. If you guys have the paper version, you want to pull out Lesson 13 packet for April 17th. If you have your computer out, you want to have your document from Google Classroom on another tab ready to go. And if you're taking your own notes in your own preferred way, make sure you get that ready before we begin. All right, so I'm going to share my screen and let's get started. Okay. So here is our packet for today. Our goal is going to be able to review how to use a best fit line on our scatter plot to make predictions. All right. So what I'm going to do first is actually go over the document, and then you guys will be able to click on certain videos that will help you solve certain parts of the problem. The reason why I'm doing this video a little bit differently is because it's a lot of information, and I want to make sure you guys have the time to look at each specific skill that you need to be able to meet this objective. All right, so let me do an overview of what we're going to be doing, and then you will understand, hopefully, how to get this done. So first thing first, on the first page, it's our last day of the review week. Thank you for those who showed up for your live sessions and for those who have been turning in work. Please, if you are watching this today, make sure that you are finishing up your mini QPA 1 and mini QPA 2. Which is lesson 4 and 5 in Google Classroom. It's also under important assessments if you look at classwork. And make sure that if you have not been able to do so, you want to look at lesson 11, 12, and today's 13 to really get a good summary of what we've been learning so far for this unit. This is the last new quote-unquote video / content that I'll be giving out. After this, we are moving into our capstone, which is going to happen on April 27th after our spring break. And so make sure that if you have any questions that you are reaching out to me and messaging me, because that's how you're going to get things done. And I am here, I am available to help you guys out. I don't want you guys to feel like you're doing this by yourselves. So let's move on to page 2. So I am going to be going over here what it means to be a best fit line for a scatter. What is it? Did I just say what it means to be? I'm going to explain what is a best fit line and why we use this linear model to represent scatter plots. And if you want a little bit of a review on how to draw a good best fit line, what makes a good best fit line, all the features of a good best fit line, I want you to click on the upper right corner. Hopefully this is pointing in the right direction. Upper right corner, if you click on the upper right corner of your YouTube video screen, there should be another link that leads you to a video that specifically focuses on how to identify a good best fit line and how to create one. So take a moment. If you need to check that video out, you want to check that out. I'll also have that linked into Google Classroom. So that is what I'm going to be looking at. I'm going to be explaining basically why these 3 best fit lines are wrong, whereas this one is correct, okay? Next, one of the ways to represent a linear model or a best fit line is using our formula y equals mx plus b. So let's turn to page 3. There is a problem here. I will be teaching you how to create an equation for your best fit line using y equals mx plus b. Basically, I will teach you how to answers number 1 and 2, how to create an equation of this best fit line. And that, if you want to focus on this, I want you to click on this video on the upper right corner of this YouTube video. That was redundant. Click on that, and that I will teach you specifically how to make an equation. Okay, how do we look at a line on a graph and create y equals mx plus b? So if you need help on that, if you need help answering number 1 and 2, you want to look at that video. It will also be linked into your Google Classroom post for this lesson. Okay, I'm going to pause for a moment in case you need to check that out. And last but not least, the third video that you might want to check out, and if you're able to answer number 3, is using an equation to make a prediction based on a scatter plot. So based on this line that's on this restaurant customer's scatter plot and the equation that we made in number 2, we're going to be using it to make a prediction to answer this question up here. So if you are at a point where you want to watch this video and figure out how to do that same thing, you want to click on this upper right corner now, and then there's going to be another video for you to look at so that you can be able to answer this problem. Okay, so far, just a recap. If you need to review and learn how to identify an accurate or correct best fit line, you want to click on the first video that I had linked up. It's also in the description below. If you need help creating an equation based on a best fit line, you want to click on the second video, also in the description below. And if you're interested in using that equation to solve problems related to the scatter plot, you're going to click on video 3. All right, and that one is also linked in the description below or at the timestamp that I had mentioned previously. Now I'm going to ask you to pause this video, and momentarily will have all the answers here. So after you go through these videos, or if you go through it by yourself, you can have the answer key here for you to reference, and that way you can kind of have it readily available. So pause this video. Actually, you wouldn't need to pause it. I'll be pausing it. But in a couple seconds, this is going to suddenly be filled up. Okay? So take a moment. I'm going to stop sharing, and I'm gonna. All right, so let me just share this back again. So right now you should see all the answers for this not practice problem, for this mini lesson on the screen. All right, so hopefully either you tried it on your own and got these answers, or you worked through the videos that I linked in and got these answers. What you want to do next is first make sure that you understand where all these answers came from. And secondly, turn to page 4. I want you to try doing this problem on your own, all right? Do this on your own, go through each step. If you have any questions about how to do this, feel free to contact me. I will be going over this after spring break during a live session, but don't wait until then. I want you to get started on this as soon as possible. That way, when we do the capstone, it won't be that difficult, and you can quickly go through Math 1 and get started on your other subjects, right? So thanks for following along so far. Just a couple of updates once again. Today is Friday. You guys made it through another week. Good job. Next week is spring break, so look forward to that. Hopefully you guys will stay safe. You'll be able to pick up some new hobbies if you're interested, or just get to rest and not worry about watching videos or being on a video call. And once again, on the 27th is when we begin our QPA. If you haven't already, thank you for those who participated in our School Spirit Week. And today at 4 p.m., we have our first, that's not a P, our first virtual community meeting, okay? So please come. The link is gonna be on Facebook. It's gonna also be on Google Classroom, so please join. It's gonna be a fun time and a good way to connect again after a long time of physical isolation. So hopefully you guys are well. Comment below if you have any questions. Be safe, and hopefully math was impossibly easy. Have a great weekend.